So, hello everyone. Welcome back to our new podcast series, the Expat Talk. Today I have a special guest with us, Kiran. I think Kiran is the right guy for giving you also some insights about how it is to be an expat in Germany. What kind of challenges you can face as an expat, and I think he has a lot of experience that he can share. Maybe financially, might be on an experience basis that what is important to take care in Germany. So I think Kiran, thank you very much that you joined us today here in our the Expat Talk podcast. Is
Pleasure.
it for the first time that you doing something like that?
Firstly, pleasure is mine. So I never had these kind of conversations. This is our first ever podcast. I've been here. I'm a bit amazed by looking at all this setup. Firstly, I'm so excited to see this kind of stuff. And pleasure that I'm here with you to talk about this one and also help out your clients, I would say, who have some questions
Yeah,
and some who they have in like a middle of a sea or a boat
definitely.
who couldn't go left or right. I could, if my experience could help the guidance for them, that would be great.
Yeah, I think this is the exact thing why I have also chosen you, because I think me and you, we are already connected for almost 3 years right now.
Mhm.
We have met the first time on a badminton event,
Yeah,
and from onwards there we have created a partnership,
yeah,
and we have created also a friendship. Yeah.
yeah.
So
Absolutely.
this is the thing. But let me ask you a question. Take us with you in your past. So what
Mhm.
was the reason that you came to Germany, and do you came as a student here, or you have came as an employee?
Mhm. So I was an consultant in India. I was working as in IT area.
Mm-hmm.
So I came as an employee
Mm-hmm.
because my employer has a contract here for me for a short term.
Mm-hmm.
So I came here,
Mhm.
and of course, Europe is a destination for most of
A lot of people, no?
a lot of. I mean, it's. I couldn't say that who don't love Europe when you see all
Yeah.
this architecture,
Yeah, yeah.
etc.
Yeah.
It's and you could see. And one of the best thing is like whenever you work in one of the country in Europe, you have access to 27 countries nearly.
Mm.
That's called Schengen.
Okay.
So when you when you work somewhere in anywhere in Europe country, so you have access to other countries as well. That's good.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's also one of the good things. So yeah, you can do vacations without applying for a visa,
Yeah.
etc.
Yeah.
It's a visa free.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that would come into my mind when you wanted to work in Europe,
Mm-hmm.
and the past of Europe.
Yeah.
It's you. I mean, I don't need to explain that about that
Yeah.
because we know. And why Germany is also a bit typical because my area, my IT area, which is born in Germany, because it's in Germany, which we call SAP as an ERP system.
Yeah.
So which
Yeah.
is in from. So you can, I mean, you can imagine there will be a lot many
Yeah.
options for
Yeah.
me,
Yeah.
and of course, I don't deny that I will I don't have options in India, but I have also here. But when you're here, you come to know a foreign country and different different working culture, etc. It's
Yeah.
totally different when
Yeah.
you talk about a working culture when you compare with here.
Safe.
And here you have a very strong working community, which in the German is like, what do you call this in German? I don't remember. Arbeits. Uh, there is a working hours like 8 hours fixed, right? So if you cannot work more than that, so there is something called as in German.
Yeah, as an employee in Germany, you have especially really stricted conditions where
Yeah.
you have to hold. So, like, even if you're working more than 8 hours,
Yeah.
they have to be cashed out or
Yes.
somehow
Yes.
recalculated.
Yeah. And what do you call it, the German? So there is some word I would say.
Überstunden,
No, it's not about the. I mean, there is a law in Germany. So,
Arbeitsrecht.
yeah, I think so. Yeah. This is something which I don't think so. I see here in my in India because I worked more than I don't know. For sure, more than 8 hours. Because as in being in a fresher, like who joined as in IT area,
Yeah.
I mean, that is not encashed for me.
No.
So I would see that's a difference.
Mm.
And and also the pressure, I would say. Here, the pressure is a bit high there. When I'm here, a bit relaxed, I would say. Yeah, I mean, there are multiple reasons to move in here. I mean, why this country is like there are several reasons. I'm just giving an point, just a point. There will be multiple reasons. And yeah, money doesn't matter because you can go to India, you can also earn the same, and here the same, but it's totally different.
The quality of life.
Quality of life, the pressure of, I don't want to take the pressure, stress to my home.
Yeah, I see.
So when I'm going to home, so I don't want to speak about work
or
talk about work or work on it again.
Yeah.
So I want to take care of family. So like life
balance.
balancing.
Yeah.
So that's what the major thing which I wanted to earn here. I would say, yeah, that's what my past, I would say.
Okay.
About simple example I have given, but yeah, that's how it is.
Cool, really nice. When you have moved here in Germany?
I moved during 2018.
2018, so approximately 6 years you have right now as experience in Germany.
Yes.
I think you have faced a lot of up and downs, right?
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
It is. It's a nightmare, I would say. Initially, yes, here.
The first stage when you come in.
Yeah, of course. When during 2018, when I stepped here, of course, at least in the airport, finding a taxi, you can understand.
Yeah.
There is no Uber. There is
back to that time, no?
Back to that time,
Yeah,
2018. There is no Uber.
Yeah.
So we are used to have Uber because before Germany, I was in Sweden.
Okay.
I worked for a customer, H&M, the fashion design.
Okay.
So there for 6 months, I would say, nearly. So there, everything is smoother because everyone speaks in English. So I can actually book an Uber if I wanted to go hotel. I don't need to speak to them, so I can just book into the app. So that's a bit faster. But when I stepped here in Germany, it's a bit difficult to find the taxi. That's the first hurdle I faced. And surprisingly, I have other colleagues as well, but those are also in the same country. So they also don't speak German. Somehow we figured out and we shown the address. So we want to this. So it's a bit funny at that point of time, but somehow we made it. And when you pay the taxi, the amount, so he shows the numbers 100 or something like that. He shows, and the surprising thing is here in Germany, the number starts from here.
Yeah.
Or in India, it starts from here, like 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
And in Germany, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it was.
Okay.
So that's also difference when you give the money. That's the first hurdle to pay the taxi. And of course, after that, getting into a trains, telling the destinations, and also supermarkets. I mean, that's important. Grocery market, where you need to explain. And I was in Cologne, of course, and back in that time. So it's really very hard as an employee coming here for my company without any background of German. So it was a nightmare. That's the reason I mentioned that as a nightmare during that days.
I think in Germany, the one problem that we have, or if you can call that as a problem, in school in German, you are learning English and you have the education of learning, and it's quite good, really, to be honest. But the people outside in the grocery stores and the petrol station and the taxi sector, they are used to speak English, but really simple English. So like for you coming here, as English is a world language, you predicting like, okay, if I'm going to another country, they at least have to speak a bit of English. Yeah. And this is not, I think, the only part. Like when you settle here, then you have to do all the paperwork. You have to open a bank account. You have to go to the tax office. You have to declare something.
Yes. Yeah, that's what I'm going to come.
All the documents are in German. How you have done that?
That part, so my employer had assisted with a consultant, immigration consultant.
Okay.
For the first 2 years, I got lucky. So she helped me in getting out city registration and taxation application. I mean, as soon as you do the city registration, all these papers was done at that point of time. And yeah, I was lucky at that point of time with having help, or else it would be a nightmare for sure. And opening up the bank account, somehow the colleagues who were already ahead of me, so they said that, okay, hey, there is a bank near to our office, you could walk in over there and just talk to them, or you can write an email to them. They speak English, or the guy who opened a bank account for him, so he was speaking English. And yeah, now it's totally different, I would say. You can actually open a bank account within your iPhone with an app. That's totally different. It wasn't there earlier during 2018. So
like I think you are the right guy to say that how Germany has developed in the last 6 years. So I would be also confirming on that 6 years previously we were like a country, we had good things, but we had a lot of potential to come up, because other countries were like already some steps ahead of us. And now I think with all the flexibility, what you can do on your mobile phone, everything is applicable on English. And I think like for people right now who are coming from abroad to be an expat here, studying, working as an employee, no, I think it's much easier.
Much more, I would say. I mean, they are so lucky, I would say.
Yeah,
of course, because what I faced, etc., if I explain them, they don't understand. I mean, they think, okay, but when you feel it, you feel it.
Yeah,
so that's totally different, I would say.
This is right.
Because it's really problematic because you don't know. People say that, okay, there is only one bank. There are multiple banks, and so of course, who guides us? So there is one person who comes ahead of us. Hey, I opened here. You can also open. It's like one person, like a pioneer who follows the same. But what is best?
You never know.
Who knows?
Yeah, this is the thing. Like, this is something that I have also experienced as a consultant here right now in the last 3.5 years. It's like when I have a customer, and this customer is taking those investments ahead, or those kind of products that I'm offering, and if he has a friend, then he's just saying, hey, I did that, just do it, because he's thinking it's good. Also, it's good for me when he's recommending on that side. But I think the trust factor for an expat here in Germany is really important. Because if you go if you're going somewhere, the only thing that you can do is trusting. Because of the language barrier that you have, the experience that how Germany is really working, because there are two type of different countries. As you're saying, in India you have worked a lot, but here you have legal restrictions. You have to follow the law. So it's like not that easy that you say, okay, I'm just doing 5 hours more, and then the employer saying, okay, I'm giving you on hand the money, right? So it's like that. It's like that. Now you living for 6 years in Germany. How's the life right now for you? So would you be saying you have settled down? You are feeling like a German slowly? Like, of course we are speaking right now in English, but the behavior, the habits.
I mean, I would say when right now the situation when I was there at that point of time, and now it's a bit settled down. Yes, to answer that, a bit relaxed. I know what to do. I know where which language works. I know whom to find out if I have a problem. I'm a bit relaxed now in this situation, and being like a German or something. So I think it is like a Indo-German, I would say, because when you go back to India, so you see something wrong, like for example, honking in the traffic. So it's not allowed here. There, without that, it will not work. That's a difference, I would say. And when you go there, you will feel inside. So when you're going with this calm traffic, and when you are immediately over there, it's loud traffic. So then you feel, shit.
Really? You had that?
Yeah. Because even when before coming here, I was a very rash driver in India. So who without honking, I will not drive.
Okay.
So that way even I was also educated in my driving. So when someone is walking away, so you basically respect here. We don't give a damn. So we just honk. Hey, get the way out of me, or something like that. A very rude way when you were in traffic also. But yeah, I mean that's a hard thing. But I mean that's one of the simple example I would say. But yeah, being like in German, so as you're followed with the rules, so in your mind, even in the psychologically, you will feel that okay, this is a rule, you need to follow the same. So when you are going to India, okay, there are some lot many workarounds which would work, and yeah, there's something you feel that this is not correct. So there are, I'm not degrading the country, I would say, but at the same time, I'm not also encouraging that that's the right way. So it should be like, I mean, slowly it is going to change in there as well, but
Definitely.
there are some when you hear that when you face in front of you when you are being here with these rules and following everything is good because everyone following the rules.
Yeah.
And if you go there and some are following and some are not following, then you feel this is not the right way. So then you feel the German way.
I like the example with the honking. This was nice. This was really nice. I can assume that, like, if you, as you're saying, if you're following a rule and you are used to because you're working daily, you have to go to office, you have to go to the grocery store, and you're following, and then you're going back at home, and then it's like again honking, and you're just like, calm down, man. I'm crossing the street.
Yes.
Cool. I see. Kiran, you are right now married, and last year you became a father.
Yes.
How was that? You were born in India, your son was born in Germany.
Yeah.
Like 2 generations, you just have to think.
Yes. Yeah, it's of course the new responsibility added to my personal world. So yeah, I need to be very cautious now in my sleeping times, in my entertainment timings. You need to take a lot much of your family now. So that's additional responsibility when I compare that. Yeah, it's a complete now it's like a small family which I started now. Yeah, it's pretty good. That's an experience.
That's nice. Now you're writing a new chapter of a book, right?
Of course.
Like with your son, and he'll be having a good kind of German skill when he's going to a normal kindergarten.
Yeah, I think I will use my kid to translate slowly from you to him.
This was also the same thing my parents did, because I went to the German school. I was used to speak every time in German, and even if someone is living for quite of years in Germany, still the perfection of speaking German is not that compared if you have a kid who's going to the school.
Yeah.
So like my parents were also used to take me as a translator or for the documentation thing, So I was like already in young age, I was handling paperwork and everything, and out of that I gained a lot of experience that I'm trying to give to my customers, like some tips and some things like that.
That's great.
But last year you were become a father. How was the paperwork when you're getting a child, like hospital, the delivery, and then what happens?
I think the first thing which when you're thinking about a family, what you need to think about is insurance. That's the painful thing. I mean,
which insurance you're talking about?
Yeah, I mean health insurance.
Health insurance.
So when you talk about health insurance, people already might have public health insurance. So which is covering the family whomsoever, like if you extend your family 1 plus 2 plus 3, whatever it covers in the public health insurance. So when I would see the contributions over there, I mean, because when I am thinking about extending my family, I thought about this. What is the payment which I'm paying per month or something like that? What I'm getting with that? Am I unhealthy to go to doctor on a regular basis, or am I healthy guy? Yeah. So I need to be question myself and also from my extended family further. So what is best for me? And what we thought is like I want, of course, everyone wants the best support from the doctors whenever you want. And what we had is like we wanted to, if we have some emergency, we wanted to be considered as the first one anywhere.
Yeah,
because our pain is our pain. Like we wanted to be treated first.
Yeah.
So so then we had a conversations before starting the family.
Yeah.
So then I decided to go ahead with a different direction. Like instead of having a public health, I went into the private health. So we talked about pros and cons. So what is con, what is pro, and I felt like when you draw a bar graph, pro is more and con is less.
Yeah.
So I thought it's pretty good with that. Then I would share the experience with that now. For example, so we were treated in the hospital, and you know that I am staying in Leverkusen.
Yeah.
So then there is one big one is Klinikum Leverkusen,
Mm-hmm.
and the hospital is pretty good. I don't say that they don't treat you as, there is no differentiation. For example, you are a public health or private health, there is no differentiation because you are human. You need to be treated.
Yeah.
You need to be treated. There is no objection over there. But when you wanted some more additional benefits, what I would say is like it's like my wife is alone. So in general, at least in India, the people whenever they're in hospital, we could support them like by staying with them
Okay.
for long, like during until night. So like at least in a shared room, so
like a family room.
Exactly. So like a family room. So there are some possibilities like this. But for here, it's costly when you wanted to opt it, and there should be availability.
Yeah.
And there are some things. So where we managed it on the first day. So that's important thing because the baby is out.
Yeah.
We were so happy.
Yeah.
And I wanted to be there with my baby on the first day.
Yeah.
Of course, if any parent can wanted to do that. So I'm a bit lucky. I got it the family room. I stayed night, and we were so happy. Happy tears, I would say, and
yeah.
I can stay. I'm supporting my wife, so that lady cannot.
Yeah. Definitely.
So she went into so stress, and then so where it worked. So that's the reason of private health insurance.
I think it's one of the points where private health.
It's an experience. I'm saying so.
Definitely, because outside there are a lot of people who are talking about or thinking about making the move to the private healthcare because they have an income which is above this threshold, which makes them eligible to make the move. But to be really frank, like we had the conversation if the private healthcare is good for you or not. And if you are a person which is healthy and you don't run all the time to a doctor when you have a fever or cold, and you would like to have a special treatment if in case you have to go quickly to a doctor, because in the public healthcare, people have to wait sometimes 6 months for an appointment. And if you're just giving a call that you are a private healthcare patient, you're getting in the next 1 to 2 weeks an appointment. I don't know if you know the app Doclib.
Doclib, yeah.
Yeah, Doclib, yeah. Like even there, when you like mentioning I'm public or private, you will be seeing different availabilities.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like there are quite of big things which I think are really an advantage part. But I think for a man, the private healthcare is good, but for a woman, the private healthcare is really good. I don't know why, because as a wife, as a woman, being treated in a hospital is the most priority, like on a good level, And I have a family where the wife is in the private healthcare and she gave birth, I think in December was that, and she was mentioning like the treatment was completely different. She got other treatments that are not covered in the public healthcare, and the doctor said like, hey, it's a good thing that you have made the move to the private healthcare because I can do with you some more checkups that we can assure that the baby is good,
safe,
you are good, because at the end of the day, the only thing that we have is our health.
Yeah.
Like if something happens with us, money is not helping in that scenario. We wish it would, but not that highly. Yeah. Or nothing will be like, no next person can help you. And like when you have a really urgent thing, then it's really necessary to knowing that, okay, I have a privilege, because not using that privilege sometimes makes sense. To say, okay, if I have a big family of 5, 6, 7 people, then it's not making sense to make a move to the private healthcare. But if both parties are working and both parties are working with a salary above this threshold, then I think it can be smart to give a thought about that.
Yeah.
What do you think?
In my experience, I would say I started for more than a year. I think more than a year I was in private. So I paid as similar as that, but lesser, I think, in private.
Yeah.
And I also got the money back because I was there for like 4 years in public. I didn't get any single NP backwards.
Yeah.
And neither me nor my wife. I got the money. And I think I hardly can count in my fingers that I went to the doctor. And I don't think so. I mean, if you're healthy enough.
Yeah.
And I mean, you do the sports, you do the activities, etc. I mean, I'm not saying that okay, you are doing sports, you are great, and you don't need to go to the doctor. I'm not decline. I mean, I'm saying that, but I'm just telling that okay. I in my perspective, I felt that okay, I do the sports. I wanted to be healthy. I eat good food, etc. Okay, I don't need to be really going to the doctor, but still there are some circumstances which you cannot avoid. And then I also need to see about the paper, the numbers. Okay, what I'm paying in the public and what I'm paying in the private. Okay, what I'm getting back the money here, and the main advantage here is like I go to the doc lab and I can, if I am having some issues or some troubles, I can directly book it, and the very next day I can get an appointment.
Yeah.
For example, I heard some of my friends or some colleagues, they said that okay, for example, you have some issue with the dermatologist, like with your skin. If you wanted to book the dermatologist, for example, it takes nearly 3-4 months to get an appointment.
Yeah.
That's so shocking to me. And one more thing, it's like I think before moving to private health insurance, I think you have given me a checklist. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
So I need to go through all
the health questions.
health checkup.
Yeah.
So in general, it was there is one of the I think heart doctor nearby. I think in general, it's very hard to find an appointment for him.
Yeah.
I got an appointment. I said that okay, this is to be paid immediately, right, from the
insurance company. Yeah.
I got it immediately.
Yeah.
I immediately felt the difference. Okay, this is a reason.
It's also something which is maybe not a negative thing, because the doctors have to earn money. Yeah, it's also normal business. They have to cover their own expenses, have to pay employees. And in the public healthcare, there are some things where they have to wait for the money. But in the private healthcare, they can get the money directly.
Immediately.
Yeah, so it's like also for some doctors an incentive to say, okay, if I'm getting a treatment to a private patient, I'm getting directly my earned money that I'm expecting. You know, so I think in every second appointment, I have a customer who's thinking about that, but not a lot of people are making them move because they are not feeling confident about that, because they're thinking it can be increasing of contributions. They can be, I don't know, it's not that secure, and that's it, you know, like, but if we have a chart which is showing from the last 10 years, the increasing of private contribution compared to public to private, you know, public was like always increasing higher than private. Yeah, and if you paying right now as a high earner around 1,000 euros in public healthcare, you will be paying around 750 euros in the private healthcare. So like this is also some kind of savings that you have. You know, so like, and then on top, you don't have to take supplementary insurances to come up with the service that are similar in the private healthcare. So I think you would be suggesting people who are in a good health situation, who maybe are having a higher salary than that, where the family situation is also good, to make the move. Or
so even initially when moving into this one, I was in like a question, like whether I did a right decision or wrong decision. I have took it because I have felt that there are like more pros there than cons, and then I just took it. But when it comes to the implementation, I'm completely satisfied with the private healthcare. And whomsoever wanted to think about this private healthcare is good or not, I think they need to just think about their situation firstly. What is best for me? I mean, this is just an experience, okay? I'm not advising, okay, just go ahead and take it.
Yeah, definitely.
So I'm just telling that, okay, see the situations. Okay, what is your situation? If you are just staying for a few years and just getting away, so just blindly take private health insurance. So you don't need to really think about it for them. So there are people who want to stay for long term, for example, like me here. So think your situation. What is best for you? What you need to extend your family. So for example, like there are like a lot many or small amount of hospitals nearby, for example. Then private healthcare is really important because you will be considered as first.
Yeah.
So because if you are staying in not in the city, or you are staying in city outskirts, but there will be few hospitals nearby for you, then you need to be very safe. You need you think your circumstances, where are you and what is best for you. For them, I think that makes sense. Then they need to think about it. So what I advise is like, just think about your salaries, what you are paying to the public and also to private, and then see what is best for you. Then just go for it. Mostly you will see private is like more beneficial for you, because you are getting money backwards, because you are healthy enough. Then you are not going to the hospitals very regularly. Okay, once or twice, it doesn't matter. Thrice, even 10 times in a year, doesn't matter. The private, you are covered anyways. You even get the money backwards, but for public you don't get it. Because, and also the contribution to private is lesser than public. Only the con which we thought is like, once you are coming into the private, you cannot go back to the public. That's the only con I would say. But there are some exception cases that people say that they where you lost the job, where you have some other things. Then in that case, it is possible, but that is very, very vague, or I would say like very exceptional situation. So losing a job is not a easy. It's not a regular thing. It's very, very hypothetical cases.
I think there's one example which you can combine with that. So like, let's say you are used to drive for 15 years a Porsche car, and now someone is coming and saying, Kiran, you have to drive a Tata. Would be saying, yes, I'm doing that, or you would saying, no, I would like to drive the Porsche further.
Oh, and to me, as an expense, you are used to power, you're used to speed. So do you really think I will do that?
No, so it's like, this is the thing that compared to the private and public. Now, the public is like having good services, but why to think of to getting rid of a Porsche? You know that a Porsche is quicker, luxurious. You know, it has some features which Tata has not. So like a simple.
I mean, I can give a simple example over here. In India, for example, if you have any problem with your health, so I get a calls. I know some of my friends are doctors. I can just give a call and just get the things done. It's very faster. It's like private health insurance here. You can directly get even I heard some of the doctors who will be more interested with the private health insurance, as in private as well. Like, they will be very friendly with you, and they can easily take the appointments very faster for you. You can be also friends. You can also type whenever you want it, and they can consider you as a friend, and they can treat you. So for us, to me, it's like health is important. Health needs to be treated. Like if there is a problem, that needs to be treated faster. So for me, private, simple.
Cool, perfect. And I think a lot of people might having now starting to think if it makes sense to thought about or give a thought about this kind of step. But this is not the only thing that you have accomplished for you and your family. You did also some investments. So you took also some insurances. But there's one thing that I would like to generally ask you, to not dive deeper in that what you have opted for. Why me? Why you have selected me as a consultant?
Okay, so firstly, I know there are a couple of consultants, financial consultants, who only speak German, firstly, I would say like you speak English. First thing, like I mean, before I don't know you. So like you speak in English and you immediately tell these things like what is best for you. So that's the initial glance. So, but after our first conversation, I think things made it clear for me. Like you understood our situation, you took all our details, and you made a plan, which I was quite impressed by the presentation which you have done for us. like Kiran, okay, you and your wife is doing this, like earning this much, and I think I have some good offers for you, and you have told that okay, what each offer, and I think we even had a conversation for each and every offer.
Yeah.
Okay, why not this? Why this? Why not? We talked many
Yeah.
things, and you explained well for me. So I felt that is more comfortable and very, straight to the point. And then I just got it for you. And earlier, I never faced a financial consultant who spoke both. I mean, people can think, say, okay, I can go to check24.de and you can also do that.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Okay, you need to really consult a person.
Yeah.
You pay here check24 the same or person the same.
Yeah.
But check24, if you go for that, this is not straightforward. It's a tool. Finally, it's a tool.
Yeah.
If you have any issues, you need to give a call and they speak English. Some people doesn't speak English.
Yeah.
But it's it's a long process if you're having an issue with any of your products, and that's not that straightforward.
Yeah.
Okay. So, for example, you are taking in a storm or gas or whatever. You are living in a Germany. You know all kind of products you need to take.
Yeah.
For example, private. What do you call this? I'm not getting this word.
Liability insurance.
Yeah, personal liability insurance.
Yeah.
Okay. Most of the people even don't know that there is insurance like this, and they need to take this.
Yeah.
I mean, they stayed for like 3 years over here. They didn't even know that.
Yeah.
And they don't think so. Okay, it is really needed. Who knows? So these kind of instances, be safer. Okay, insurance. Be safe. To go through this. Okay, you pay like you are earning that much. You're just spending this much. And if you're really in the trouble in that kind of personal liability which is covering you, it's not that good. You would have spent very slight. But straight to the point, why you is like I clearly explained. You have explained me the offers very pretty clear for me, and I'm just directly into it.
Appreciate that because there are I think a lot of people who are opting through some portals, the insurances, without giving any name, but it's like also similar. Like you would be not going to the dental if you have leg problem.
Yeah.
It's like it's like that, you know.
Yeah.
And sometimes facing the issue in Germany with the communication and people who are not able to explain you well.
Mhm.
I think this is something which you can get from a consultant who is charging you the same prices. But the next thing is like a consultant is going to be every time loyal to you. If you have something, you can call a consultant. I think you also call me on Sundays. You call me in the evenings. Like we also had some dinner together. I came to your place, and I think this is something which is creating a relation, not only on a profession thing, also on a private, because there are some things that I can learn from you. There are some things that maybe you can learn from me. So it's like
working together.
On portal you don't have this connection, and sometimes you never know, because on a portal you don't have the side tips. There's some hacks that you can do for yourself, so
But the portals will tell you about a product, simple product, and that's it.
Yeah.
But for me, it's like a package.
Yeah.
Altogether.
A concept.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Check24 can tell that .de can tell that, okay, like if you are having a product, you wanted to choose it. It gives wide range of products, which is best or what is cheaper also.
Yeah.
But it's not about the cheaper. It's about what is the best offer for you.
Yeah.
So that's what I prefer from you. It's like you always give the best offer for us. Like what is not good. I mean, there are some cases which we argue together. Like, okay, why not adding up this or something like that? You tell us, okay, no, I mean, it's all you know the needs from us, and you give the offer to us. That kind of filter search criteria, whether the portal have is. It's not. It's still a machine.
Like on a human-based communication, you're understanding completely on a different way the needs. Maybe you're saying, I would like to move in 4 years, but this question is not going to be asked in portal. And then they are recommending you something, and you're assuming, oh, okay, this is the right product for me.
Yeah.
But me as a consultant, I will be telling you the negative points, good points about this kind of concept, solution, alternative. So it's like really a good thing. And I think all the customers that I'm taking care right now, they have all the things that you have mentioned in common. The personal thing, yeah, like I'm not only with you available on Sundays or in the evening. So like sometimes I'm having normal conversation with a customer who's driving back from a business trip, like this, you know. So becoming really a loyal person, because being a consultant is one part, being a friend also, because trust and everything is also appealing in the private life. You never know. And I think me and you, this is also a nice story, because you have also purchased recently a house. You remember the story of the house? We went together in so many negotiations. With the landlord.
That's what I said initially. I used you as a translator as well. The translation service is also provided for me free.
But this is the thing, like you trusting me, I'm giving you, of course, something back, you know. So it's like also not that simple to understand. But come back to this point with the purchase of your house. So like, you remember when we went or we had discussion with the financial guy in our company, who made the mortgage ready. Then we had to rush in, I think 3-4 days. We had to rush to the notary appointment. We had to sign that. Then we were sitting, like he was having the document in German, I was translating you in English, and you were
each
like
and every sentence
there, and you were like, what's he saying? What are you saying? I was like, he's saying good. He's saying good. But finally we have made it. And the funny fact was, like, for me, somehow I have received also the ground book entry when you're purchasing a house, and I was like, okay, maybe I have some percentage on yours. So it's like a good thing. But now you have lived in a rented apartment, now you have a house. Are the responsibilities higher? Do you have to take care about some other things? What kind of challenges you have there?
I do need to really take some additional responsibilities if I have a property, of course. But it's nevertheless a similar way, which an owner here we need to take. It's being an expat here, purchasing a property, additional responsibilities is a learning for us. For example, doing the gardening.
I think back at home, a lot of people are used to do it from other people, right? And now you have to do it
doing myself. I mean, there are also chances where you can also pay the service and also get it. It could be expensive, but the way of working in my own garden with my hands making dirty is also healthy. I mean, I think that sometimes I feel that, okay, it's a burden, but sometimes I feel it's also healthy, because nowadays who is working on that kind of stuff? I mean, like, for example, if I'm in India, I will not work that for sure. I can 100% say that I pay the service is very cheap. I will for sure pay that. And here I'm doing it because it is also making me healthy. So I can do my work. I mean, in sun is shining, you are outside, get the vitamin D, get this thing.
It's also relaxing, you know, because when you're working from 9 to 5,
sitting,
and then you're going outside doing some garden work, creating with your own hand your own garden, and then if summer is coming, you have a barbecue, you are chilling outside. This, I think, like, this makes also some people proud.
I mean, sometimes that feels like a responsibility, but it's a fun. Actually, the truth is, like, we need to have some additional responsibilities. For example, you need to have, I mean, everything will be on your name, for the street, etc., the taxation, etc., everything will be directly on you. But when being in an apartment as in rental, so I just pay to the owner, he takes care of that, but I need to take still about gas and also the electricity on my hand. So that's didn't change here as being in a new as a new owner over here. But the additional responsibilities is like I need to pay the government about the taxes,
the ground tax,
etc., and also some Abgabe. Sorry, my German. There are something about paying about the everything this stuff. That is additional thing. But
you have that many of expenses if you have a house. You have to pay for the bin that it's getting collected and everything. It's like
but it's pretty common because you are paying anyways the maintenance cost to the owner. You're, instead of paying to the maintenance cost to the owner, you're
You
directly paying to the government or like
Mm.
whomsoever the service is taken care.
exactly.
That's not a big difference, I would say, but it's only the thing is like it's your home.
Yeah, you have to handle everything by your own.
Yes, you need to handle over, but only the first year you need to handle it. Rest everything is like or it's like you will be used to it
Mm.
and you know what to be done, and also yeah, it's like a responsibility which will be common across. I mean, first in the first year you will might face the issue, like okay, knowing these things, but there will be some translation help for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think from this year onwards, I think I understood what is what. Then it's pretty common.
I think this is what life is teaching us. Before you're not doing something, you're not able to learn from mistakes, because
Yes.
just from doing mistakes we are growing ourselves. We are
Of course.
becoming a new kind of personality.
Mhm.
We are exploring new kind of phases in
Mhm,
life.
mhm.
And I think maybe this time is a house. Maybe in a few years, I hope for you, I wish the best for you, that some kind of investments are coming in your
Mhm.
life, because the possibility are given for everyone.
Yeah.
Like the market is always there.
Mhm.
How you taking the market for your advantage, this is on you.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you going to someone and you're having a consultation and you're just testing it,
Mhm.
you'll be not coming far in life.
Yes.
I think that I have learned from you, because testing is one thing. You have to value the time also from the different person which is
Yeah.
sitting next to you and is explaining, creating, doing everything.
It's an effort.
It's an effort, yeah. So you have to appreciate that effort. Yeah? And I think just by testing, you'll be not, we'll be not coming that far. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, because there are people in this world which are taking decisions on a longer period.
Yeah.
Yeah, which have to evaluate the complete situation.
Mhm.
But once you have evaluated the complete situation, it can be that there are new kind of problems existing or creating by giving that thought, and then you are again in this circle.
Whole cycle. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, I think the way that you are handling, the way that you have experienced your life in Germany, the way you are doing that right now, I think this is something for a lot of people. Like, how's it called? It can be used as an experience,
Mhm.
because you have faced something. You came as an expert. The German, you said the Uber thing was like a problematic.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then you have met someone, and I think it's for a lot of people outside who are listening today, finding the right person is maybe the key to your own financial
Mhm, mhm.
success.
Yeah. That I would 100% agree. Without, I mean, if you couldn't find out the right, the finance consultant, you are, I cannot say that you are totally going down or something like that, but it will not grow you much better in your, I mean, at least being an expat, majorly non-English speaking country, that would be really a challenge.
Yeah.
That I would say, because if you're not understanding, I mean, you need to also understand all the documentation, all the laws, etc., all this stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, there are people who came earlier to you, but they can only tell that what their experience is like.
Exactly.
What is the rule? What is the law here? That's something who lived here and who knows the proper laws. Like you, for example,
Yeah.
who lived from starting onwards.
Yeah.
You know what is going here.
Yeah.
What is best for the expats, or expats becoming like a citizen here, for
Yeah.
example.
Yeah.
You could actually guide us.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, it's like that's pretty good in general, because I don't know whether other financial consultants are really doing this kind of activities. But I would really appreciate that you are supporting any kind of your customers like this kind of activities. I think I'm really lucky that I found you.
Thank you very much.
And yeah, I think what more I could say, that because finding a person is because I cannot tell that you will be found for anyone anyone in the Germany, for
Yeah.
example, who is
Yeah.
staying in Bavarian region.
Yeah.
Find it in you.
Yeah.
It's all one's decision.
Yeah.
And with the point which you said about the testing thing, which is really bad. I feel you. Yeah, that's bit I mean, what I feel is also not fair on you, because you work if, for example, you want to attract a new customer, you work a lot.
Yeah.
You are also you are also working for it, right?
Yeah.
You're not just directly copying the template from one to
No.
other. It's like you understand the needs, because each person needs is different for you.
Yeah.
So you need to make the person the offer according to the person needs.
Exactly.
So I think it's a tough on you. I would say
it is.
If it is testing, then
it is not an easy work, because you have to just think of, like, I have a team.
Mhm.
I'm leading the team.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I have quite a lot of customers in the base right now. Yeah, and everyone is having different kind of requirements, different kind of problems. He's getting a letter, he's sending me a snap. He's getting a letter, he's sending me a snap. So then you have to be available for everyone. To coming up with that, it's only able to be sufficient in the work. Because if I'm working with a customer over 3 months and he's like not really comfortable about going ahead,
Mhm.
yeah, then it's something like where you have to say as a consultant, dear customer, I think it's not working together. And it's also not that bad,
Mhm.
because to say as a human, hey, I think we are not connecting. And this is also fine. But appreciating the value of every consultant outside is, I think, the best way. And only with that, the consultant will be having fun with you to work. Because I have really fun. When I was planning to do the podcast, I was thinking, okay, who I'm going to invite. And I was like, okay, thinking of this and them and he and she. And like, then I was thinking about you. And then I was like really happy, because me and you, we are connected on a one way as a customer consultant,
Mhm.
but also friends.
Yeah.
So it's like we have dinner together. I came to your house. I have seen your baby. So like, it's also for me a thing which I'm saying, okay, I'm a part of your life.
Yeah.
I have become a part of your life.
You are already, because you have my property also in your name.
This is this is right. Yeah, this is correct. This is correct. Yeah, but you have to be aware, not that I'm going to sell your house. But I think there are a lot of good of insights.
Yeah.
I think you have give a lot of good points to the audience today. I think you liked also the podcast with Kiran. If you have any questions, you can write us an email. You can write into the comment box anything that is sitting on your heart, and we will be trying to answering everything. But Kiran, how do you like that? This kind of experience, was it nice?
I mean, it's pretty cool, I would say. I mean, firstly, initially, it's if I said that, I'm so amazed by looking up the setup. I mean, yeah, I like to talk about this.
Cool.
Yeah, I really, I really appreciated about your work with me, because it's like a friend who is helping me out.
Yeah.
I always took you as a personal friend for me.
Yeah.
So whatever you ask, I can do for you.
Cool.
That
Perfect.
shouldn't be a problem for me.
Perfect.
But yeah, I mean, this setup, with my experience, if anyone of your customers are having some clearing some minds, some clouds, something like that, if that is helping out, then it would be great.
I think 100% there will be people who are going to appreciating that kind of podcast, because this is the first thing in Germany that we are doing, having interviews with people, not just like by explaining a product, because explaining a product, it's like available on the market. You can research, you can do it, but having a word with a customer who is sharing his experience is something completely different. You know, you're giving insights from your life.
Yes.
And it's not like
bringing out somewhere in the alien world.
Yeah.
It's real world what I'm facing.
Yeah, exactly. So I think maybe a lot of people having the same challenges, the same thoughts, problems. Maybe there are families who are right now in the family planning and they know what to take care of. You know? So it's like also for them a kind of roadmap that you are giving. But thank you again, Kiran, that you have took time today on a Saturday evening. We already have evening.
So I already disturbed your holiday a few hours. It's fine. I'm paying back to you.
No, but thank you again. It was really nice to having this chat with you. I hope you like this podcast. Again, if you have any questions, just write it in the comment box. And see you then to the next podcast. Me, Aman, this is Kiran. Bye-bye.
Signing off. Bye.